Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
We're going to bring this meeting to order. Welcome to the August 2025 City of York City Zoning Hearing Board meeting. You will be before the Planning Commission prior to today, and that is what brought you before us. This board, we will take into recommendation and consideration what they may have said to you, but we make our comments here amongst ourselves. Please silence your cell phones at this time or turn them off so there's no interruptions. You will each have plenty of time and opportunity to speak once you come up to the mic. We ask that you speak clearly, starting off with stating your name and giving the address, but also the spelling of your name so the stenographer can get that down properly for you. And we ask that everyone speaks one at a time because she will be writing down or stenography everything that you are saying. So she needs to be able to hear each individual thing. All that. And then we'll do the introduction of the board. To my right, your left, we do have Blake Klein, Adam Nugent, Franklin Williams, my vice president, Nick Holman, and my name is Stina Jenkins, I'm the president. To my left, we have our solicitor for the night, and his name is Tom Lang, and Christine Moss. I would ask now that anyone who plans to speak, if you think you might want to speak on any cases given, if you could please stand up and raise your dominant hand. All right, I ask that, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help you? And if so, please respond by saying I do. Thank you very much. Please note that everyone in the gallery who plans to speak has been sworn in. And so, Sir Solicitor, will you please go ahead and read in the first, please?
Certainly. As a matter of note, and I just want to be clear here, is the people who are here for the 2025 ZV matter for 371 West Philadelphia. I believe it's Ronaldo Zarazuela. Are they present tonight? Okay, I just want to make sure, because that matter was tabled at the Planning Commission, and so I was going to request that the board motion to table that matter as well, just so it's clear on the record. There's an issue apparently with the zoning determination letter that was issued. They're disputing that, and so it would be, unwise to hear them. They're not even here tonight anyway. So if the board would agree to someone issue a motion to table the 2025 ZV matter, I think that'd be the best course of action.
So moved. And I'll second. Indeed.
Okay.
I would vote just formulaic, but yeah.
Okay, so it's been moved by by Franklin Williams and second by Adam Nugent, calling for the vote. Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
and myself, Sina, aye.
Thank you all. So moving to the next matter for this evening, excuse me, this is the matter of 2025 Z-SE-V. The applicant for this is Liz Townsend of 713 Manor Street. Is Liz here tonight? Okay, I just want to make sure. So the owner is also Ms. Townsend. The subject property is located at the same address, which is located in the MUI 2 Urban Residential Neighborhood District of the City of York. The applicant seeks one variance tonight. That's variance relief to allow a child care center in accordance with section 1304.01-3.06.001 in the MUI 2 zoning district, a use which is not provided for by right or special exception. The application was reviewed by the planning staff of the City of York, and the planning staff recommend denial of the variance. The Planning Commission met on August 11th, and they unanimously voted to approve that variance. The record before the board this evening consists of the application itself, an April 14th, 2025 determination letter from Mr. McMillian to Ms. Townsend, an excerpt of the deed for 713 Manor Street, a letter addressing the requested use, an aerial image of the subject property, photographs of the subject property, and a quote from Expressions Carpentry LLC for the subject property. Ms. Jenkins.
Thank you. Ms. Townsend, if you want to approach the microphone, and again, please state your name with the spelling.
Okay. My name is Liz Townsend, and my last name is spelled Townsend. And I am the pastor of 713 Manor Street, and we are seeking for a business, Bread of Life Daycare, to come in and use our facility as a child care facility. We're still going to remain a house of worship, but we would like to allow a daycare center to come into our facility to enhance that community. And we don't want to just be known as a house of worship. We really want to start to do more work in the community. And we do feel as though this is a way that we will, we believe in mission and marketplace. So we do have the owner of Bread of Life Daycare that's here, Zipporah Leonard, and she's the one that would be running the daycare out of our facility. Again, we're not exchanging this over to become a child care facility. We just want to allow them to use our building.
If you would like to step to the mic and just propose to us what your plans are.
Thank you for your time this evening. My name is Zipporah Leonard. Maiden name Erskine is my last name. Zipporah. Last name Erskine, Erskine. And I just want to talk to you as the owner of Bread of Life Day Center. My mission, what I would like to do, and why I would appreciate consideration to be able to share the space at Faith Village Christian Center. So I attended Faith Village Christian Center my whole life since I was a baby. I know the area. I'm born and raised York native. And I like to say that a huge part of who I am today is first and foremost my Heavenly Father. Second of all, my village, my upbringing. I've watched people like my parents, Marshall and Darlene Leonard, my pastor, just be in the ministry of helps, in the ministry of serving, and that's made me who I am today. I attended school. I'm a William Penn graduate. I attended school, Jackson Elementary, Hannah Penn Middle School, and witnessing firsthand the transformation that occurs when you place the right people in a child's life is what does it for me. I know that the children are our future. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I know that we have to be very intentional as far as what we pour into them so that those deposits, those seeds can grow and mold them to be the best people that they can be. The vision for me to have a safe space for children, it's always been with me. I know it's my purpose. I feel like I'm called to work with the youth. We currently have a Jack and Jill Nursery, which is a daycare in Spring Garden Township. But wanting to move aside and open up a center for myself with the vision that I see for the city, the youth in the city of York. Knowing that, there are roadblocks, there are challenges that our children in the city face, low poverty, the entire school district of the city of York. It has that, free lunch program, but they're low income. We want to set them up for their success. And a huge part of the child's development starts between 0 and 5. Within that with the child development within that gap, it's rapid learning. So you really have to, once again, pour into and engage those children before they reach the public schools, so that they can be successful, or at least have a shot of being successful. And this all came about. This all came about when our current center, Jack and Jill Nursery, was reached out in regards to the ECHO. Every child has an opportunity. I applied for a grant to be able to start up. What ECHO wants to do is they've partnered with Community Connections for Children, and their goal is to double the number of children from low-income families. So that's strategically why I would like to be here in the city, who will receive high-level, high-quality education with those early ages. So that is what I would like to do. I do have my support coach, Yamili, here to share more as far as ECHO and Community Connections for Children is concerned. But when it comes to the building, 713 Manor Street, we would like to share the lower level space. There are 3 rooms that we would like to transition into childcare facilities. As I said, I was approved for this grant, and I do have the funds to get rolling. I just would like, once again, the consideration of you all to be able to move forward with this. And I would like Yamili also to come up and speak as well, if that's okay.
Okay,
If you have any questions,
yeah, while you're standing there.
yes.
You said that you already received the funding for it. What about like, clearances and things like that, and the people that will be working in there? Because I know you have the church, and then you're bringing another entity in.
Right.
But how is that going to cross over with the fact that it's almost 2 different businesses?
Right.
And when you're dealing with children, I know you have to have clearances.
Yes. So as far as working with children, there are 4 clearances that you need. They're recertified every 5 years. That's the FBI fingerprint clearance, the child abuse, the NSOR, which is the National Sex Offender Registry clearance, and then the 4th clearance, child abuse, FBI, NSOR. State, I'm sorry, yes, and then the Pennsylvania state clearance. I do have all of those clearances. Yamili is my support coach, so she will be working hand in hand with me as far as making sure all the regulations from the Department of Human Services, OCDEL, is concerned. So it's going to be it's going to be a pretty smooth transition as far as it's just almost looking at running space from the church using their space, but to get the daycare up and running, we would need the certificate of occupancy first. And that's like one of the first things that the state needs to be able to provide a license to say that we can, in fact, open up a center.
And as far as the state coming in, they know that there's going to be another business that's going to be there? What I'm asking is like with the church going on and then you have a daycare, are they going to overlap at any point?
They will not. So the operating hours for the childcare would be Monday through Friday. Services and use for the space for the church, Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings. So it would not interfere at all. And I did attend the training to open up a daycare center with DHS. They know where the location is. They already have that pinned and everything, so. Yeah.
If she would like to come forward.
I actually have a couple questions. Say you got a grant. Is the grant paying for the $44,000 basement renovation? Is that
It
part
is.
of the deal? Okay, I'm
Yes.
just looking at the last page of your package. And then my other question is, how many children are going to be at the church?
So it's based upon square footage. So we won't know that exactly until we're able to get someone in there and measure the correct measurements. We're looking no more than 20 to 25. That's just my estimate, but I'm not I didn't take the measurements myself, but I think that's around the estimate.
She'll have to get, if you want to come. Yeah. We need to get your name and stuff on the record.
Thank you.
So my name is Yamily Applewhite, Yamily, last name Applewhite, Applewhite. So I work for Community Connections for Children. That is the Early Learning Resource Center for Regions 9 and 10. We do like the subsidy for childcare, and we also have a program called Parent as Teachers. But my specific position is a provider specialist, and I've actually met with some of you folks before. regarding like the certificate of occupancy and the process. So my position specifically is helping folks open from the time that they think that they want this profession all the way through licensing, all the way through 6 months after licensing. And then we transfer them to a Keystone Stars coach, which is the quality standards for childcare in Pennsylvania and early learning. So with what Zipporah was referring to, so DHS, the Department of Human Services, and the Department of Education birthed OCDEL, which is the Office of Childhood Development and Early Learning. And so they selected our Community Connections for Children to do things like this, to help people through licensing, because the certification reps for the state do not have time to walk through every regulation. They don't have time to come to zoning board hearings. And so that's why they created this position for us to be able to help. As far as the certificate of occupancy, I think in the past there was a miscommunication on what that means on the state level and then on the city level. So when providers are granted a certificate of occupancy, that does not mean that they can operate as a childcare. They have to get a certificate of compliance, which is the licensing from the state. So this is what we need in order for her to be able to continue with the application for licensing. And the certificate of occupancy, once you guys all do like your zoning part, once you issue that number, they will come in and the state will come in and measure also. Those numbers might be different. So for example, you guys can measure 30 people and the state might measure 40. Zipporah and her business will have to go with what you all say it is. So it doesn't matter what the licensing measures, they have to go with what zoning is. In addition to that, as far as the ECHO dollars, that should cover most of the, if not all, the renovations. And you are able to do 2 businesses in one site as long as they have separate entrances, which they will have separate entrances. So the state is not looking, they can actually have daycare on Sunday while the service is there as long as there are 2 entrances. And so all of the staff that Zipporah will hire will also go through the training and have the clearances for every person. They can't work there if they don't have those same clearances, which is the 4 that she mentioned. So in addition to that, as far as like the process and everything, she will have me all the way through that. And then again, having that STARS coach then transfer to, and they already do that with their first daycare with Jack and Jill. So they are STAR 2 quality childcare. And I see childcare all day, every day. I'm in Lebanon, Dauphin County, Perry County, Cumberland County. I go from family childcare to group, which is up to 12, and then I see centers. My child, speaking as a parent, attends Jack and Jill, and Zipporah's vision is similar to what they're already doing. And for me to see this every day, I would not pick just any childcare. So that speaks volumes for me, and I trust them. And the great thing about what Zipporah is doing right now with the church is that they are a staple in the community. The church has been there for a really long time, and that speaks volumes. People trust them. And in that area, the school that's nearest to them is McKinley. And one of the things that, I guess we've never really spoken about this, so I'll say it now. ECHO also has another grant that's called Innovation. And so what I've seen them do with, now she has a startup grant, but Jack and Jill also received the Innovation grant. And it's a very challenging, like hard grant to get. And it's something that I can see Zipporah doing in the future also with McKinley, because that grant will allow you to extend services to after school program, which is really needed right now. People don't have the money, the schools don't got the money, and if she can do it, and CCC, which is Child Care Community Connections, can help families pay for these after schools program, that relieves a lot of stress for our local parents. That's the point for ECHO. ECHO was created with the parents in mind, with our patrons, and so programs like Zipporah that will start up and then be innovative are needed. It's a safe place to go, it's local, and it's trusted, and she's not doing it by herself. So, yeah, any questions about regulations or anything?
Board,
No.
nobody? Franklin?
No, I had most of them answered last Monday evening at the Planning Commission. They, it's kind of unusual. They asked a few questions and recommended approval.
How many, I don't have any questions for you, but going back, how many instructors do you project for 25 or 30? Because it goes back to the parking and the church has enough parking and.
Yeah, so, for each classroom, 2 classrooms, 2 teachers. We do have a parking lot area. We do have a parking lot at the church. We also have on the back side of the church, limited parking, maybe 2. I know that, even with like congestion can be an issue. Thought about that and, thought about doing like slided times for parent pickup, parent drop off, so that we, keep the traffic free flowing in the area. I know the busyness with the school and just the community in general, we want to keep that consideration in mind as well. So we do have plans in place.
Are you looking at handicap kids too, or do you need handicap access, or the church already has that and it's good?
We're looking into, we have looked into it. We're looking at a side entrance, getting a ramp. I did ask for adaptation to the current grant to be able to put a ramp in for children to be.
So part of the application now is the Civil Rights Department is requiring ADA compliance. So with the emergency plan, the parking spaces, when they do so I do a pre-inspection using the same tools that Octel Cert reps use because I work hand in hand with them. Actually, I'm working with the rep that's going to be with her. So we're in constant communication. Her emergency plan that she'll end up having to give to the emergency department and all that, they have to have a plan for congestion, emergencies, and for ADA compliance. They will reject the application if there's no pictures or compliance in that. So they have to have it. It's just a regulation now. It wasn't before, but she does have to have it now.
Nice.
No, just a quick comment that sounds like you're very prepared to do this. Back in a previous life, I set up a family child care in our home and went through child care consultants at the time, and was about the best experience of my wife and my life. So we know this process takes a long time and it's a lot of hard steps. So I'm not trying to slow you up.
Madam Chairman, I said I had no questions. I join Adam, and I think this proposal goes beyond good. I think it's beautiful. It's not that long ago that school buildings and church buildings were used, Monday through Friday from roughly banker's hours, 9 to 5, 9 to 4, and rarely for much else. And churches for Sunday morning and sometimes Wednesday evening. And you have a small but beautiful building, and you presented some very nice photos, and I think you're embarking on a wonderful thing.
And if I could add, I think it's a wonderful idea. I know the family and I know about the organization. I know that it carries great merit in York. And when you can build off of that, it just opens up so much more for our youth to have the opportunity to have that good child care, to have that parent be at work and know that their child is safe. So I'm glad that you're following what is being given to you and taking that on. And then I'm glad that you are partnering together because that's the purpose of it. Where else but to be in a place of worship that some children may not ever see that. So it's the opportunity for it to get entered into their life at an early stage. So I'm proud of you, for what you're doing, and just keep pushing forward. Any nominations up here?
I'll make the motion. In the case of 21-2025-Z-V at address 713 Manor Street, I recommend to approve a variance to allow a child care center as defined in section 1304.01-3.06.001 for the property at 713 Manor Street in the MUI2 zoning district.
Second.
So it has been presented for approval by Blake and second by Adam. Oh, is there anyone else in the audience that would have any comments about this case? We don't want to not give you. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. I apologize. All right, calling for the vote. Blake,
Yes.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Williams, aye.
Nick,
Aye.
being an aye.
Good job.
Good luck. Best wishes to you.
Thanks for doing what you do.
I can indeed. And so I'm going to read this in, and then I have a comment I'm going to make as well about this one. I'm chock full of that tonight, apparently. So the next matter is 23-2025-Z-SE-V, and this is for 210 North Albemarle Street, York, PA 17403. And the applicant is Ernestina, and can you help me with your last name, miss? Is it Glace or how do you? Glace. Okay, I just want to make sure I pronounce that right. So Ernestina Glace of 12 Kratz Road, Shrewsbury, PA 17361. The owner is Some Construction LLC with the same address of 12 Kratz Road, Shrewsbury, PA 17361. The subject property is located at 210 North Albemarle Street, York, PA 17403, which is located in the UN2 Urban Residential Neighborhood District, the city of York. The applicant seeks 3 variances and 1 special exception. The first would be requesting approval of a variance for the subject property from the definition of multifamily dwelling to allow conversion from a different use from a single-family home, which is a use not provided for. Second would be requesting a variance to waive the special exception requirement that the property must have been vacant for 2 years pursuant to section 1304.01-1.02.002C1 for the subject property. The third would be requesting a variance to the required number of off-street parking spaces in section 1311.10.d to allow less than 3 spaces at the subject property. And the last is a special exception requesting to allow a multifamily conversion from a different use in the UN2 zoning district pursuant to 1304.1.1.02.002. The application was reviewed by the planning staff of the city of York. The planning staff recommended denial of all the variances. However, they did recommend approval of the special exception if the board granted the other 3 variances. The planning commission met on August 11th, 2025, and unanimously, I cannot say that today, voted to approve the variances and the special exception. The record before the board this evening consists of the application, the deed of the subject property, floor plan of the property, street images of the property, and photographs of the property. And before I turn it over to the board, I just wanted to make a note and also advise you that I think there was a mix-up in the call to order agenda that was provided for this matter, in that the last of the request was duplicated. If you look at it, they're both about the off-street parking spaces. So if the board's inclined to approve this, we'll just need to make a note that the last request is actually for the special exception relief to allow a multi-family dwelling. And I can read that back at the time so the board has a clean motion. But what I want to say to you, Ms. Glace, is that the potential issue with that is if someone's here who's objecting to this and they want to appeal this down the road, they would have grounds to appeal that. I'm not sure. Is anyone here to object to this tonight? I don't know if that gentleman. Okay.
good.
So let the record reflect that there's no one here tonight to object to that. So we can proceed if the board's comfortable with that. You know, odds are you're fine, but I just want to let you know that
Thank you.
that's a possibility. So if you're comfortable with that, we'll just move forward and no sweat. So, okay, great. So then that's everything I have, and I'll leave it to the board. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say, I must have mixed up my, I must have mixed up my notes. Right. Yeah, I mixed up my notes. I apologize. The first one should be, oh, I see. They got flipped on here. Okay, I apologize. Let me backtrack. Scratch all that. So we're going to do Girard Avenue first. So I'll summarize this very quickly. The case number is actually 2022 or 2025 ZSEV. This is for 601 Girard Avenue. The applicant is the same person I mentioned just previously, Ernestina Glace, 12 Kratz Road, Shrewsbury, PA, 17361. The owner is also Some Construction with an address of 12 Kratz Road, Shrewsbury, PA. The subject property, 601 Girard Avenue, located in the RS2 Single Family Attached Residential Conservation District of the City of York. This is the same matter of which I just spoke, which has the mix-up with the motions that were on the agenda. The motions that I have read to the board are virtually identical as previously, and so I believe you could continue as is with the exception of that final motion for the special relief needing to be read in. Does anyone have any questions about that? I can clarify. If not, we can, I think, proceed from there. All right, I apologize for that mix-up, miss.
And it's pretty similar.
Okay, thank you.
If you could state your name and spell your last name again for us for the record.
Okay, my name is Ernestina Glace. Last name is Glace. We're gonna talk about 601 first, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Just gonna.
Into the microphone.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about myself. I'm a real estate agent for 7 years. I'm a real estate investor for the last 5 years. I own 33 property units in York County and Adams County, like Dallaston, Littlestown, Hanover, Spring Grove. So, talking about this specific property, 601 Girard Avenue, I bought it as a duplex. It was on the market as a duplex, but this house is split everything: the electrical, the heating system, so everything is already divided in two. The only reason the last owner changed it to a single family because he didn't want to pay 2 trash bills, and he keep it the same. He keep it everything separated. He just only have 1 trash bill. So I would like them to put it back as a duplex because as an investor, like that's my goal, to rent the 2 units. And I normally keep my properties in great condition, and any maintenance on the property, I always go fixing everything. So I think many people in your country, people are renting more than owning. So that's the reason we like to be back as a duplex.
You said everything is already separated.
Yeah, he kept it the same way. He was only one person living the whole big duplex house.
Any questions from the board?
I'm not sure I did understand the solicitor's
Comments?
Yeah.
comment. So which of the 2 cases are we on now?
So yeah, I apologize. I screwed the pooch on that. So the we're on 2025 ZSEV. That's for 601 Girard Avenue.
Got it.
And if you look on the next page that it's split on the agenda is what I'm talking about. If you go down to the 5th line, that's a duplicate of the previous line above it about parking. Whereas if in the actual application by the applicant, she's requesting a special exception to allow a multifamily conversion from a different use. And so if the board's inclined to approve it, I'll read that cleanly back. But yeah, it just looks like it was a duplicate issue there.
These are duplicates, and she's asking for a variance to make it a two-place. So it's missing here. So the last-
And I guess while they're deliberating, if I could, Miss, as far as the parking, I saw that you were requesting a.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. You're just requesting a reduction. What are you looking for there? I know because what you're supposed to have is 3 parking spaces for the 2
So
units.
this house has on the back two, it's already there, 2 parking car garage on the back of the house. So it has the parking
Oh,
space.
sweet.
It has already.
Great. Thank you. That's one of the only things I was wondering.
Understood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Change
So what was the question on parking?
What?
My question.
Yeah, there's off-street parking, she said.
I
That day.
see 2 garages, so.
It is, yeah, it's part of the house, yes. I just,
And there's 2 kitchens? I mean, I see one.
it has 2
picture.
yeah, it has 2 kitchens because it's a duplex. So it has 2 kitchens, 2 bathroom, and each one has,
I mean, I was just looking for the second kitchen in the picture and I couldn't find it, so I don't know.
oh, it,
Got the complete list through
it has, that,
that, okay. I trust you.
yes. It has 2 kitchens.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I got that.
One kitchen is like white and small, the other is like the cabinets are brown.
I never got that picture. Okay, so,
Okay.
yeah, saw that. Okay, perfect. That was the only question I had. Kitchens.
How many other properties do you have in the city?
In the city, I have the 216 North Albemarle Street, and that's the only one in the city. And then I have Hanover, Springos, other areas.
Thank you.
Ms. Lace, I was a little bit confused about the floor plans. Now, this is the property that has been used as a 2-unit.
Yeah, it has.
Everything is
In
divided?
2019, it was a duplex already. He changed it. When he bought it, he changed it to single family.
But the floor plans just left me a little bit unclear. Taking them in order that they came in the material. There's one that is described as first floor. And it shows 2 kitchens side by side
Yeah.
and a small bathroom and a bedroom. And is that one apartment?
No, so the first unit bedroom is on the front. So on the front is the bedroom, the little kitchen, and the bathroom. And on the back start the second unit, which start with the kitchen.
Shows you
And the bedrooms go on the
red
second floor.
around there, so that's showing
How many-
that's apartment 1.
I
And then
got
you
it.
can see the blue around.
How many
That's
bedrooms
showing.
are in the second unit?
On the second unit, there is,
And that's
It's all, it includes all that, like bedroom,
see
bedroom.
oh yeah, it,
side by side.
correct, it's 5 bedrooms on the second unit.
So that's a big apartment versus just a 1-bedroom.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so 5-bedroom apartment on first through third floor, 1-bedroom just on the first floor. 1 bedroom or 1 apartment, and then the rest of it goes all the way up from the kitchen up.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. I know it's confusing, these little things.
Any other
I'm okay.
questions?
You saw it all? Yes, I'm okay. No.
I'll take the first one. The case number 2025-C-SE-B for the property located at 601 Gerard Avenue. recommend approval for a variance of definition of multifamily conversion from a different use as defined in section 1304.1-1.02.002A for the property at 601 Gerard Avenue in the RS2 zoning district.
I will second.
It has been moved to be approved by Nick and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
and Sina, aye.
Recommend approval of a dimensional variance for multifamily conversions to different use found in section 1304.01-1.02.002 to include a conversion to a single family to a two-unit for the property at 601 Gerard Avenue in the RS2 zoning district.
And I'll second.
It has been moved to be approved by Nick and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Sina, aye. The ayes have it.
Recommend approval of variance to waive the special exception provision that a property must have been vacant for 2 years in section 1304.01-1.02.002 Charlie 1 for the property at 602 Gerard, the RS2 zoning district.
It's 601 Gerard, but yeah, I'll second. I think you said 602. Yeah, that's all right. Yep, I'll second that.
It has been moved to be approved by Nick and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
and Sina, aye. The ayes have it.
Recommend to approve a variance to the required off-street parking spaces found in section 1304.01-1.02- Delta for the property at 601 Gerard Avenue in the RS2 district.
Second.
It has been moved to be approved by Nick and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
and Sina, aye. The ayes have it.
And lastly, recommend.
Hold on. Good, sorry. I'm gonna, this is the one that needed to be fixed, so I'm just gonna read in what the motion was, and then one of you could just perhaps second. Oh, if you have it? Okay, go
I
ahead.
think it's not the right one.
I'll check you. Yep.
Okay. Recommend approval of special exception to allow multifamily use as defined in section 1304.1-1.02.002 for the property at 601 Gerard Avenue in the RS2 zoning district.
And I'll second.
Correct?
It has been moved by Nick and seconded by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blake,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Sina, aye. The ayes have it.
All
There
set.
you go on that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next case, it's already been read in. Can we just move forward with that one?
I believe so.
Okay.
Excellent.
And is there anything different that you needed to add for this property?
On this property, so I own also another end unit, the 216 North Albemarle Street. This is the 210. So actually the 210 has bigger, it's a big property, so has more parking space than my 216. My plan is just to do the same layout. It's 1-bedroom apartment on the first floor on the 216, and I'm gonna do 3-bedroom apartment on the second floor. So just because I have this one, I'm gonna do pretty similar my layout, the bathroom location and everything. So, no, that's the only thing I would like to be converting a duplex.
So that does not have the separate.
No. No, it doesn't. It's not separated. It's a single. I just need, but because I have the 216, it's the same layout and everything. My plans that I did is similar: 1-bedroom apartment first floor, 3-bedroom apartment on the second floor. So that's my goal. And it has
To make it clear, this one was not ever,
no. It was not ever no.
so this is one that you want to convert over.
Yes, correct.
So we needed that clarity. Any questions on the board?
Yes. two, actually. It's an interesting house, but it shows a number of what a realtor I knew once described as signs of deferred maintenance. It needs a little bit of
Work?
work.
I'm used to that, so I'm good. Yeah.
And you, being a realtor, you probably would not have bought it without finding out something about the large, woodsy, vacant lot beside it. I mean, it's the size of 5 or 6 building lots. The only building on the whole thing is a small, little old wooden cottage-like, or shed. Can you picture what I'm talking about?
Next to the house, there is like a nice,
Yeah.
backyard with a little shed on the back of the house.
210
Yes.
is at one end of a row of 4. You
Yes.
own at the one at the other end, 216.
I also own that one, yes.
Now, beside 210
Yes.
is a huge vacant lot.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Do you have any idea who owns that or what their plans for it are?
That house, the lot that is next to that one, the owner, when I bought it, she says that all is the house. Like it's not the vacant. She says she owns the whole thing.
Including that huge
Correct.
vacant lot?
Yes, she owns the whole thing.
Wow.
The last owner. So I bought it, the whole house and the lot. Everything is in one deed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big backyard, so I have plenty of parking space there. That's why I'm not worried about parking in that specific house. It's a lot of parking space.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes, I'm sorry. So just to clarify again, so the wooded lot that Franklin is describing is also part of this property?
Correct.
So are you saying you envision turning that into future parking for these? Or,
That parking is that wooden park. It has already on the back next to the shed already parking space.
okay,
So I'm not planning to do the whole thing parking. Maybe a nice backyard for the first floor
Okay.
tenant, but I still have parking on the back.
so
Yes,
then so there's still a parking variance for this, correct? So how many spaces can you supply?
5, more than the normal is 3. I can get 5, but yeah, at least 3 for the duplex that I needed. Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm questioning why and if there's a parking variance if she can supply.
There isn't a park, there is not a park.
There's not one for this one? Sorry, I apologize. I thought this was,
Or 3 variances and a special exception.
okay, never mind then. Thank
I
you.
apologize, but I nodded at you, but I didn't double check.
Any other questions?
That was a pretty good deal. That property next door.
That was an amazing deal. That's why my ambition was to do a duplex, get 2 rents in one roof. So yeah, but I didn't know all this procedure I need to do. So I normally buy already duplex, triplex, fourplex, ready to go. So my first time converting in a duplex.
What's the square footage on that property? Do you know?
1900.
1900. Okay. Yeah.
I can do triplex, but too much work.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're making a good use of it. Seems like a good move. Yeah. Yeah.
In the case of 23-2025-Z-SE-D for the property at 210 North Albemarle Street, I move to approve a variance to the definition of multifamily conversion from a different use as defined in section 1304.01-1.02.002A in the UM2 zoning district.
And I'll second.
Nugent.
It has been moved to be approved by Sina and second by Adam, calling for the vote. Blade,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
Sina, aye. The ayes have it. In the same case, I move to approve of the dimensional variance for multifamily conversion from a different use found in section 1304.01-1.02.002 to include conversion of a single-family home into 2 units for the property at 210 North Albemarle Street.
And I'll second.
It has been moved to be approved by Sina and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blade,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick,
Aye.
and Sina, aye. The ayes have it. For the same property, we're going to move to approve a variance to waive the special exception provision that the property must have been vacant for 2 years in section 1304.01-1.02.002 Charlie 1 for the property at 210 North Albemarle Street.
And I'll second.
It has been moved to be approved by Sina and second by Adam. Calling for the vote, Blade,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Aye.
Nick, Sina, aye. The ayes have it. And lastly, move to approve a special exception to allow multifamily use as defined in section 1304.1.02.002 for the property at 210 North Albemarle Street.
And I'll second.
It has been moved by Stina to be approved and seconded by Adam, calling for the vote. Blade,
Aye.
Adam,
Aye.
Franklin,
Nay.
Nick,
Aye.
Stina, aye. The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are adjourned up here. Thank you, everybody.